Hi Capricorn, if you want to come on in, have a seat for April. Here's your ink blot if you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. We'll scry from one point of view now for like early April, and we'll come back for end of April, probably mid-month. Capricorns, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. You can take a moment here. Feel free to join me to release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Capricorn Collective. Let's go. You know that saying, the grass isn't greener on the other side? I feel like the Capricorns are making their own grass greener. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I don't know. You're just, whether it's the landscape of your thoughts, what you're creating, work, those channels, of course, as you know, if you're new to me, those are your own channels, but that's how I'm seeing it. I'm also seeing a merging of, in this grass is greener for the Capricorn Collective, it's because it has foundations in the higher self, or, apply any term you want. Higher self frequencies or spiritual foundations, morality, ethics, this, that, or the other. There's just something underneath it. And I think the way I'm seeing it is, outside of it, I'm looking at, well, the grass is greener on the other side. Even though they're saying the grass isn't greener. But Capricorns are like, well, I'm going to make my grass greener because I want green grass. Whatever. But it's like observing it. It's like, well, how did they get their grass to be so green? I hope you understand what I'm saying symbolically in this language. So it's like unseen. Even though it's unseen like an under, but it comes from an over. So, as above, so below, but it's unseen. There's pieces of something. I'm not sure if I'm seeing a version of the Capricorn Collective, or if you resonate personally, that is feeding something. So here's like the person, and they're feeding this. I have two rabbit holes because I'm feeding something. Okay, and I just saw another rabbit hole. Okay, so I'm going to quickly try and move through these Capricorns because we can. There's no stress. There's no rush. So if I'm feeding something, it's asking me to contemplate what I'm feeding, because there's something in a memory. Am I feeding a memory that will manifest, like a long-term dream or goal, this, that, or the other? It's growing. It's like a toddler, but I'm seeing it as what is his name? Huggle? Maybe Huggle. In the movie Labrynth, I think her name is Sarah. She meets this, I think he's like a troll or something. And he's originally like working for the Goblin King, but inevitably becomes friends with her. Anyway, so if it's like a fear from back in the day, memory-wise, it's like I've been feeding this fear, but it's going to end up being my friend. And we're going to work together, like work through it together, like find the seed of love in it. The other rabbit holes is that I'm feeding, I feel like it's an ostrich. So ostrich symbol might mean something to someone. If you've like had your head buried in the sand, that's how I'm seeing it. And you come out and it's like, oh, I'm going to, maybe even, trying to ignore something. Again, I don't know if they do that because they get scared. Yeah. And now I'm feeding it like, come on up, let's go. This keeps bringing me back to the grass is greener. Like this is how I'm going to cultivate greenery in my life. Green also being representing of the heart chakra, of course. So whatever it is that you care about. And then it's also bringing me into the green ray. And I don't think, but I could be very wrong, it's associated with like the heart chakra. For some reason, I think that's the pink ray is the heart chakra space. Again, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's also bringing me into the green ray. Okay. But the third rabbit hole that kind of opened up is as I'm seeing someone like their pants and they're in like a wide-legged stance. Also something about the knee. Be mindful of the knee. And I'm like doing a wide leg forward fold yoga style. And I'm still as well talking to this energy entity aspect of myself, whatever. Something that I want to bring forward. And I am the mountain. I am the mountain that is opening up for it to move through. I understand that could be very obscure, but it's like my ability to be open or closed in my footsteps, maybe in taking steps. It's bringing me back into any sort of fears, head in the sand. I don't want to see it, to memories that are, what's that word? Affecting or afflicting my awareness in and around that, Capricorns. I'm also seeing puzzle pieces as butterflies that aren't necessarily breaking apart, but they're okay. So they start off as like puzzle pieces that I'm breaking, but I'm breaking on purpose. And I think it has something to do with this, what I was talking about before, because it's making space. And when the butterfly breaks, it duplicates. Capricorns, this is a very amazingly abstract message. Okay, I'm going to keep moving around here. We'll add on some tarot and oracle in a moment as well. So thank you very, very much. There's that other, this is a different kind of butterfly I'm seeing. I'm also seeing a kettlebell, something about strength. And it like brought me right back into I am the mountain. I am the mountain. Okay, so now I'm in, I think it's the show Mandalorian. And Mandalorian at some point in time, I think it might be in season 1 if you're familiar. But he ends up like landing at this desolate place, and there's this, again, just like a hobble or Huggle from Labrynth, there's this little man. So maybe you're going to be meeting somebody who is wise, wicked turned wise, that ends up working for you. If it's like fear oriented or a memory, if you're going through like past lives and that kind of stuff. This gentleman, anyway, he works with like these, what I believe they look like piranhas, but as like dinosaur kind of animals. And Mandalorian learns how to ride them through the wisdom of this little troll kind of hobble guy. And they become friends. And they work together. And they kind of meet up at different points. And he teaches them a new skill that he thought, like, I don't need to. I have a jet or something like that. But where he's going, this is the way. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious if you've watched the show. So Capricorns, there could be something going on in what you're building in these breaking of butterflies. And I don't want that to sound as harsh as the words may, because it actually feels like when I'm breaking open a fortune cookie and now I have a million little pieces of fortune cookie to enjoy. Like there's a multiplication. There's lots going on linguistically, and I can't say it as fast as my like my spirit can say it, but not my brain. That's fine. Okay. You might be going somewhere where a different kind of chariot is required. A new skill set. Person, place, or thing. Channel. This, that, or the other. Capricorn collective, please. Okay, when I said I was seeing this other kind of butterfly, like I was like smack dab in the middle here. And what I meant by that is like, here I'm seeing the bug of the butterfly, and then all of this being the wings. And there's that little kettlebell in there. Something about like maybe core strength or spirit strength. I'm also seeing it as a symbol of something, but I won't lie, I'm not actually sure what the symbol is. I'm tossing between devil and bunny rabbit. Okay, moving along for Capricorns. Again, this is timeless, but whenever you receive it, it is time-stamped for April 2023. Like, share, subscribe if I didn't say already. Thank you so much for everyone who donates. Buy me a coffee. And again, like, shares, or comments. See, I get distracted. Okay, I am in a very large crocodile. And there's a piece of my emotion. Wow, they just kind of flipped on me, coming towards me and going away from me. Little emotional dragons. That's rude, sorry. I don't know why that was still on. And it's almost like, you know how the earthworm, you know, is like both ends. On one end, it's moving away, but the other end is, oh, okay, that's a better analogy for me to understand. Thank you. When I'm looking at a car, front end to, you know, the butt end of it, the exhaust is what's standing out to me. So I'm seeing like this, the steam or the effects come out of the exhaust. Even if it's driving away from me, there's still this kind of smoke. I don't know if empathically or energetically, emotionally, there's something that you're sensing or could be pulling away from a little bit. Like, or it's driving away from you and you're like, that's okay. I can see your exhaust. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, we have here the Lovers and the Seven of Pentacles that have come through to support Capricorn collective. When I look at the Lovers, I'm seeing, of course, this could be in regards to love. Seven of Pentacles, you know, do the work. Grass is greener. Your grass becomes greener. This isn't about, I feel like Capricorns aren't playing around. They're not comparing their grass to other people's grass because like in the sod industry now, there's fake sod. So there's like a discernment is, well, their grass is greener than your grass or my grass. Let's say keep it honed in. And Capricorns are like, but it's a, you know, fake sod. So it always looks green. And while I can appreciate that for an aesthetic point of view, the consequence of that is that you're telling me information and it, or a little bit more work will need to be discerned and decided if I step forward. It's like I can hear somebody saying, well, come on over here. Come on over to my house. Like the grass is green. And you're like, but it's plastic. Like, of course it's green. Again, it's like there's not a competition, and maybe that's a wisdom if you're working through in regards to other people, places, or things. I'm done competing with others. I don't know. I don't know how to say that kindly. Well, I do, but Capricorn's your Capricorn. I feel like you know exactly what I mean. Like, I just kind of want to do my thing. Thank you. It's like there's an eagerness to step forward to you, and then you're like, oh, I thought we were on the same page, or I thought we had the same kind of vision. Not necessarily the way we were going to go about it is the same, but oh no. Does that make sense? I feel like this is extremely obscure. But we have here the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. And that's what it's making me feel like. Just in that conversation we were having. Like the Wheel of Fortune, like people, places, or things, or a particular circumstance, and it's like, maybe it's just in the collective energy. Like, yeah, things are great over here. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. And then you get over there, or you decide to step forward, and it's, oh, well, that sucks. It's almost as if like there's something in the alchemy of learning how to, symbolically speaking, of course, have green grass, whatever that means for somebody. And so it gives the impression there's knowledge, information, this, that, or the other, that teacher, learner, learner, teacher. Yeah. And you get there and it's like a tower thing, and not tower in your tower. It's a tower of a feeling of going, oh, you just bought the grass. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my aspects of stuff, and I'm gonna feed my own alchemy of sorts. See, also somebody at a gas station. I'm seeing a Doberman Pinscher. What are you guys? What is that? A gold tortoise, and a porcupine, if those symbols mean anything to anyone. Because they're like all these little spirit elementals that are coming in to aid this ancient crocodile. And they travel on this ancient crocodile. Yes, they travel on this ancient crocodile, Capricorns, which I feel like is you. And all these different elementals and entities kind of hop off the scaly back of whatnot, but it's strong. It's their foundation. It is dependable, and it's ancient, and it's wise. And they come out to, like, I'm seeing like a race car. It's like zzz, 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 and they're doing this work within the Capricorn collective, or around each Capricorn according to what they need. I'm also seeing adorable, what I think is like a garden gnome. It's like way in here. And they're waving like a flag or something. Like, you can always pause and come here. There's something multidimensional about this grass. Anyway, okay. 10 of Cups and the 4 of Swords is coming through as well. So I feel like this is the work I'm doing, maybe even with another partner of an aspect of myself. The Lovers and the 7 of Pentacles, and the work is being done and will flourish. Different tools of the trade. People, places, or things, even ideas may appear to be or be presented to you. Wheel of Fortune, yes, 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 and you kind of might get disappointed. But the disappointment, because you're like, oh, I thought I could learn something, or, oh, the impression was noticing the impressions people are providing. Okay, so one rabbit hole is that you're disappointed, or you're just like, oh, okay, back to my work, back to my tools, and I'll see, keep cultivating my thing. And through the 4 of Swords to the 10 of Cups, it's like, as that happens, you inevitably reach it. Reach whatever it is that you want through whatever you're feeding. I am the mountain. Butterfly breaks, duplicates. And I feel like this 10 of Cups is shared with somebody else that does inevitably meet you in the Wheel of Fortune and gets gears moving. It's funny that I'm seeing it like partial car and partial lawn work. Yes. Okay. Capricorn's getting ready to close out. If we have any messages from the Crow Tarot. And as a fun little thing, I'm going to do this little, ghost comp thing, and some keywords will come up. Let's see if I can do this without creating havoc. It's going to be a little loud, and all I'm going to do, Capricorns, is put my thumb on it. Why? Because we're fun. We're serious. Yes, yes, yes. We're all serious here as Capricorns, but damn it, we're also fun. Okay. We'll let this, I think it's almost done in a few seconds. Capricorn Collective. And some words will pop up. May they mean something to you. Closing out here for the Capricorns that are the mountain, the crocodile, the butterflies, the different chariots. There we go. Okay. On the bottom, we have isolation. Some might be in when you're doing your work, feeling isolated. And it's almost like this willingness to reach out, willingness to walk up to someone's energetic house of sorts, or energies, online, in person, whatever the case may be, to be like, oh, hi, can we be friends? Not a Nikki Nine Door situation. Okay, what do we have here? I have to turn it. To difference, react, overreact, don't beg it, missing you. So somebody could be missing you as well. Okay, Capricorns. So I have here teamwork with 2 occult cards hidden behind it, meaning just hidden. Teamwork. You will inevitably find your 10 of Cups team. Whether this person is there for 5 minutes, 5 years, or 5 days, we're not looking at the time frame, because you're working on many different levels collectively. So the teamwork, it's almost like even working with different birds. You might feel like a crow or a raven, or maybe you're working in sparrow work right now, and crows, eagles, different birds come forward, being symbolic of different people, energies, etc. And then you kind of all flock together, even though you're embodying different portions. And balance a night. It might be something that you do at nighttime. It might be in regards to astral traveling, lucid dreaming. I'm not sure what it is. Even in the subconscious realm, Capricorns, this is what I'm seeing, sensing, and feeling. And it really comes into that 10 of Cups feeling after this disappointment, or maybe you've already been through the disappointment. You're like, I've had enough of the people, places, and things. Hence why I went into isolation. Stop it. Okay. But inevitably, Capricorn, we are leaving our early April session with luck and abundance. I keep feeling like I don't know if somebody's trying to touch my hand or what's going on. It's just going to start falling from the sky, and you will all be able to feast. You'll feast with a friend, a family member, whatever the case may be. There will be, or even your partner, prominent partner. But again, you're working with other energies and entities that are helping, like these balance butterflies that are breaking and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. Even perhaps providing not only to your grass, your holistic home, but to the Capricorn collective. And I feel like that's like a responsibility sensation that is always felt within the Capricorn collective. Again, watch your knee. Is don't bend so you break. The butterfly will break and multiply when it's time. Watch your footing, watch your knees. Oh, sorry. So there's a responsibility that what one is doing for oneself, being of service to the all. But there's also this underlying responsibility to uphold the Capricorn collective to a very high standard. And that is welcomed. It is not a burden. It is not an overbearing weight. It is a caliber that is upheld. And Capricorns, you do it really, really well. Okay, we'll revisit this next, maybe in a week or two, and we'll reverse it. So be sure to check back. Thank you so much for being here with me. I am honored and appreciative, as always, for your awesome awareness. Bye.